boy. It's a new day. So, as I said before, once upon a time I actually used to do welding. Obviously the car kind of needs to get done. So I went out of my way and I picked up a new welding machine, which I'm very delighted about. We have a Clark weld with all the bits and bobs that I need. Wiring, feed, voltage. When it comes to welding, or when it comes to MIG welding, it's essentially pretty much all you need. So on top of that, I got myself a new regulator. Which, boy in the shop said, will definitely do the trick. So, the regulator, wire, gas. It's CO2 and argon, so mix, I think it's like 60-40. We actually have literally everything that we need. The only thing that we don't have is the pieces to put onto the car yet. But before that, we'll need to get some practice in anyway regardless, just to make sure that all the settings are right to be welding panels up. Because if you put it too high, if you put the voltage too high, you'll burn through it. If you don't put it low enough, it'll have a really bad connection to the metal from the welding wire itself. So, aye. What's happening, guys? It's another day. It's another day of trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing. Hey? So, since yesterday, as it transpires, the welding wire that I had acquired, it was the wrong one, which meant that I couldn't fit it on the welding machine, which is a bit of a bummer. But my mother, very kindly, while she was away to work and when she was on her way back, she got the right one, the right size, which is great. So before, basically the real, it was about EA size and it just would never fit. So this one instead is brilliant. Oh, I wish I brought my knee pads. They're upstairs in my room because of my tit. Also, I do actually have a kit filled with stuff from when I was in college. So my welding mask, which at the time was absolutely awesome, and to be fair, it still is. Gloves, more gloves, and a welding hat. So I'm not without. Okay? But we'll keep that in there for the time being, because we're not going to need it right away. For some reason I woke up this morning with an incredibly sore shoulder. So, anyway, I picked up a new mask, which is, I mean, yeah, exactly why I picked that up, just because it's cool. It's just a case of getting materials now. My mother actually went out of her way to go and speak to one of the mechanics that just lives just down the road, and he works at in the body shop in the garage that is just 2 seconds away from us. So she very kindly went up and asked if he had any loose metal. He said, "Ah, absolutely, no worries, just getting to come down." Aye. So we'll go and do that right now. Because essentially, I could just start welding now, or at least practicing, because let's face it, I'm going to need to get off it. So, with that metal being acquired, I can finally start practicing. My only problem is that, because I'm going to have to get very deep in this corner to make sure that I don't catch anything on Dad's car and set it on fire. So we're gonna have to have a wee clear out of all the junk that, I say junk, it's very expensive junk, but the parts my dad has acquired over the years with his motorbike, because he's a salesman in BMW bikes, which is awesome. But aye, we need to get a shift on and move all this stuff around. He's not making this easy for me. Behind you. Cool. I know, eh?
that money was the root of all evil? Here's your proof.
We are searching for the endless summer, 'cause even when it's gone, we see the colors.
For those of you that don't know me, I have a scary obsession with Diet Pepsi. I've been drinking it for fucking years and years. There's no going back.
Oh, you like that? No, I do. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do. Made a buzz off rap, only spoke the truth. And I ain't making no dough, but I hope I do. Goddamn, understand, rap was never in the plan. It was never in the plan. Now I'm like, Mardi Gras, only do it for the fam. Only do it for the fam. This is that braggadocious. Make another girls wet like oceans. We the focus, you should know this. Got the whole room like, oh my god, who wrote this? Yeah, what you know about me? What you know about me? My game's strong, we ain't going down like Rousey. We ain't going down like Rousey. Listen up, we the next up. All about a dream, not a pay stub. All about work, not a nightclub. All about time with the right ones. Took a shot, and I ain't even got guns. Hoping y'all like my tracks. Had to switch things up, still spitting the facts. Say fuck Green Bay, I'm ahead of the pack. And we just trying to have fun like a Mike Stud rap. Yeah, cause we young and reckless. Sleep until noon, never eating breakfast. I just wanna find a way to make these summers endless. Make these summers endless. Yo.
We are searching for the endless summer, 'cause even when it's gone, we see the colors. Yeah. We are searching for the endless summer, 'cause even when it's gone, we see the colors.
XO like Beyonce, make the whole game love me like Kanye. Tryna make 3,000, no Andre. Still sitting in my room thinking one day, yeah, I still can't believe I got way more fans out in Germany than I do in my hometown. I don't know about you, but that's crazy to me. Been putting in work, so it works out. I've been spreading everywhere, I've got some word of mouth. But better tell the boys what I'm talking about. This is feeling like the big leagues, Mike Trout. Did it on my own, never coming home. Put it in a song, number one, feeling on. I'm just doing what I want, yeah. I'm just doing what I want. Girls call me dad weird, cause I ain't got a son. Yeah, it's a celebration, now we up. Similar to elevation, and all my tracks hot like we on vacation. Always keep it free like we on PlayStation, but for real, all of you, follow your dreams, fuck a team if you know what I mean. Do it on your own, do your own thing. Cause at the end of the day, it's your own dream, know what I mean? Okay, now back to my cocky flow. If you ain't know about me, you should probably know. Cause we've been knocking down tracks, dominoes. And if you asking, man, we phenomenal.
With all that shit, basically all we had to do was just figure out where everything's going to sit. So, with the size of the welder, I feel like I could put it up on this shelf here and just shift a couple of bits. Just wait.
Yeah. We are searching for the endless summer, 'cause even
Oh, yes! Aye, wonderful. I was just thinking, where the hell am I going to get a power source for this? That's my license plate. That's it, right? Yes. These little ratchet straps. Yes. Ha! That's my butt. Leave my butt out of this. Okay.
Yeah. Knowledge. Loud. Came with a couple of questions. I am suggesting the obvious. Make you ingest my vernacular. Master of all my abilities. Acrobatic back and forth, I'm liking that. Mr. Go and get it. Get the gap, I got it. I'm combative. Been in battles, won them all. Flow ridiculous sentences running out. Now they all opposed. No one fucking with me. That's okay, cause I like my seclusion. They soon to succumb to the sound we created. I cater to no one but me and mine. Ain't no fucking handouts that was ever given. This is repetition at its finest, baby. I don't give a damn if anybody like it. Boy, I said that I do this for me. Let's make it clear. I'm a demonstrative lyricist. Literally in the infancy stages. I stated my purpose before, but they force on my hand with this ignorance. I'm innocent in the sense that I'm coming with purer intentions. I'm tempted to just take the scenery around. Gotta figure out how we gon' make it happen. Time is not on my side in the midst of madness. I've been so lost on the road to travel, giving everything I wanna let my pain unravel. I'm a second and right.
Dude, I'm gonna use one of these ratchet straps. I didn't realize we had these, so I'm gonna wrap this around onto the unit and make sure that the ball doesn't go anywhere because it's incredibly loose.
The most high love.
This is fun. It's actually really fun. Why do I keep doing that? There we go.
Loud, knowledge, nigga, loud, look.
A little more sturdy. Hey. Okay. On the back. Now, I haven't actually checked to see if this thing works yet. So, moment of truth. Well, we have a light, which is good. When we pull this trigger, we should hear a sound. Brilliant. I don't know what that was. Oh, it was a welding torch. Right, okay, cool. So we have a working welding machine. Welding. We didn't get ripped off. To be fair, it was a bargain anyway, so can't really complain. To set this up, there's only a couple of things left that we need to do. Thank Christ Dad actually still has only two, well, the last two of these. But we have to hook up the gas to the MIG machine. And as you can see, so my dad very conveniently actually had this little hose here. So all we have to do is cut that little end off, place that with that, wrap it round where the regulator is going to sit here, have it out, hose here, wrap it round, come around the back end, come into here, hook up the welding wire, and that's pretty much it. And then we just have at it. I don't know if this is exciting for you guys as it is for me, but with being out of welding for the past like 4 years, it's a pretty exciting time. We haven't even gotten into the welding part yet. Let's get cracking.
I need my cutting tools.
Where are my cutting tools? If you're watching, and I know you're probably not, but thank you for letting me borrow your space. I forgot how powerful that grinder is. This may take a while. I think we got it. Yay! Look at that. I can't imagine how many years it's been of this being on there for that to take that long, because it was about 15 minutes. Anyway, there's a bin somewhere. There was a bit of snot that just went somewhere there too. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's good that we have something to do on the inside, because it's pitch black outside now. So we can do the majority of the car stuff tomorrow. It's been a productive day regardless, so I'm pretty sure this hose is actually meant for signing on these lines anyway. Clicked. Aye, propane. So technically in a way it is. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Look at that, sonny. Right. Where did I put those wee clips? Where did I put the wee clips? For those of you that don't know me, I'm incredibly forgetful. We'll be back. It's incredible that the only two little ones that we have are all lost them. Doesn't matter. We'll move on to the cast. I mean, it matters, obviously, but there's not really much I can do about it until I can clean up a bit. And yeah. It will not be under the lawnmower. Do not even check there, Ryan. Hey, you think you're funnel, do you? That is such a bad joke. Please fits. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Knowledge. Loud.
Let's just, yeah, tighten that. That's fine.
Came with a couple of questions. I am suggesting the obvious. Make you ingest my vernacular. Master of all my abilities. Acrobatic back and forth, I'm like an addict. Mr. Go and get it, get the gab, I got it. I'm combative, been in battles, won them all. Flow ridiculous, sentences running on. Now they all opposed, no one fucking with me. That's okay, cause I like my seclusion. They soon to succumb to the sound we created. I cater to no one but me and mine. Ain't no fucking handouts that was ever given. This is repetition at its finest, baby. I don't give it.
Well, we have ring linked up. Welding wire, that's the last. Okay. That's fine, so long as it doesn't fall off. It looks like that there was a hell of a lot more parts that came off that, but we're going to ignore that for the time being. I looked away for 2 seconds just to get these to do this, and now I've got less of a reel. Anyway, it's not important until it starts falling off. On the plus side, I found the clips. They were underneath the welder. One less thing to worry about. So, let's get this.
But they force on my hand with this ignorance. I'm innocent in the sense that I'm coming with purer intentions. I'm tempted to just take the singer out. Gotta figure out how we gon' make it happen.
Oh, maybe should have done that after. Oh, it matters. Oh, it matters. Wonderful. Do those jigglers just now. Screwdriver. I am so surprised. Normally my father is incredibly OCD, I guess, about the way that even his screwdrivers are put. And he hasn't actually got them in order, which is really bizarre. My father has incredible OCD, and it makes it more of a surprise as to the fact that I'm allowed in here, because I am not, and I'm very unorganized. I don't know if you can tell. So, anyway, I need a better screwdriver. I did not think that. Yeah, that's fine. Good.
But when I hit you with the shit that makes opinion switch, I better get the recognition that I really deserve. It's not a superb, the one that they rather defer and not patiently propose. I proceed, but don't patronize me and at least unleash my words of wisdom when the verse is finished. If forever change with my tone and temperament, I channel my wrath from out the Old Testament. I lost it all like King Solomon, but I be getting it back. I tell a vigorous tale, a visionary what I am, but nobody believes. I'm trying to keep it all together with a mic can see. My mic check sound nice, 1, 2. I got it been bad from the beginning. That's what it is. I give a simple example, the way the music is handled. I make a mandatory margin. I'm walking my territory. I'ma tell it like it is, but from my perspective, I can't fabricate. I'ma put my truth on the page. I could care less if it's accepted. You done seen my growth from inception. Search for perfection, I pray that we prosper. The problem for me is I just want my happiness. Hope that it happens forever, but I can't imagine that I'ma do this shit forever, Lord. Knowledge, nigga.
That was the sound of me trying. Oh, like a glove.
Yeah. Loud. Knowledge.
Now, I have an incredibly sore shoulder. I think that's pretty much it. All we have to do is just feed the wire through into the mechanism. Oh, that's it. I forgot that. Okay. Beautiful. And I just need to find the wire. No! We're not at the moment of truth yet. But we're just going to feed this through so it'll come out. And then mean, it came out, but it's no how I'm wanting it. I mean, we're there, essentially, and we could weld, but I need to make sure that that reel could stay level, stay set, and turn easy. Because if it doesn't turn easy, then you're just gonna get tons of little splatters, and that's not okay. So I need to figure that out just now. There is a plastic bit behind it, but I think this guy didn't. When feeding a new wire through the line, make sure the wire is cut clearly, no burrs or angles. I've done that. And at least 2 inches off the end and straight, no curves. Failure to follow instruction could lead to wire damaging the liner. That's irrelevant to me at this point. Oh, maybe, actually. Maybe I'm just an idiot. That'd be nice. I would like to think I'm just an idiot. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's untighten this. Where are you sleeping, buddy? It's not particularly ideal. We do have a welding torch with some welding wire coming out of it, but we do not have proper feed to said. And if I listen anymore, it's going to fall off the reel back. I'm missing something and I have no idea what it is. What could I be missing? I'm gonna take a sec and think about it. Anyway, that's all sorted. I ain't going anywhere. I hear a leak. No. I think I might need to get a thinner hose as well. Okay. So we've come across two problems. We have a leak on each side of the pipe and the wire feed. It's not good enough, buddy. You can hear it struggling. I don't want that struggle. Okay. But overall, we have our MIG machine essentially set up. Just figuring out all these little niggles and that, which is great. So I think I'm gonna leave it there and then start again tomorrow. See if I can get some proper hose for that, and yeah. So let's start off tomorrow.